Hey y'all, good morning. This is your girl Tonetta from Speak Your Truth, where I help educate, inspire, and empower you to speak your truth and be who you are within your relationships. With the main relationship starting with you first and then everybody else next. I do want to let you all know that I'm starting something new with this series. I actually started on the ABCs of relationships, and I'll turn that into something else. But I decided to go ahead and go with something different, a little bit different. It's the ABCs of speaking your truth, because I know I always talk about speaking your truth here and that kind of thing, and I know some of you all are wondering, like, what in the world does that look like? What does that mean? How do you do that? And of course, I'm going over that in the series with you as well. Don't forget the series Speak Your Truth is tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's the second part, the second video in that particular workshop series. So definitely come and join me. But like I said, for these videos in the morning, they'll be about, of course, motivation, inspiration, and of course truth. And like I said, definitely with me, of course, switching this up a little bit, but to be the ABCs to speak your truth. Like I said, you'll definitely get some information, education, empowerment, all those types of things as well. But also with these ABCs, I will be going up. I will be telling you, of course, my story as well, or anything as much as my story as I can into each alphabet. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, the first one this morning is talking about attitudes and assholes. That's A. That's the first. That's definitely how we starting off this morning. Like I said, definitely. I know I talked to y'all, that was last week, I think, about attitudes. Attitudes is the way that you carry yourself, the way that you're showing up. I guess I put it that way. That's the whole attitude. The way that you show up in your relationships with yourself and the way you show up in your relationship with others. Like I said, that is greatly important. And like I said, we definitely have to realize that our attitude, of course, the attitude that we have towards ourselves and the attitude that we have towards life, the attitudes that we have towards love, the attitudes that we have towards others will definitely show in our behaviors. I guess I put it that way. Some of you all may not realize that, but of course, when you meet somebody, you're talking to somebody, you can tell how their attitude is on life just by how they're acting, what they're saying, what's coming out of their mouth, how they treat themselves. And I know, ladies, of course, I have talked to, of course, a lot of men in my days, I guess I put it that way. And of course, in the coaching and that kind of thing as well. And I get a lot of feedback from the guys here on some of the posts that I post, and some have, of course, messaged me individually, that kind of thing, to give feedback and that kind of thing as well. And I know that some guys, of course, well, not some, but a lot of the ones that message me and send messages and give me feedback, let me know that they can pick up on your attitude right away. You all may not understand that, but like I said, it's how you're showing up and how you're carrying yourself. All those things speak volumes in the actions, in the nonverbals. I guess I put it that way. At some point, I will go over the nonverbals with you as well again. But like I said, definitely the way that you're showing up, with your attitude that you have towards yourself, especially your life, love, business, other people, that kind of thing, it shows up in how you're treating yourself and how you, of course, are acting towards others. They show up in your nonverbals. And like I said, most men, most people, not just men, but I've gotten feedback from the men on here, but like I said, but most people can pick up on that right away. They can tell if you have an attitude of you don't care about anybody, or you're not going to put up with this crap, or that kind of thing. Men know who to play with and who not to play with. Just keep that in mind. I've talked to a lot of men, and like I said, they know who to mess with and who not to mess with. And like I said, if you're showing up that you're docile, you're easy pushover, you're the yes girl, you'll do anything for this person because you love them and all that kind of thing, a lot of people will use you because of that. And like I said, I don't know if anybody else has told you this, but like I said, definitely with that type of attitude that you're showing up having, a lot of people will use you because of that. Use you meaning it doesn't have to be harmful, but using you if you're always the yes girl. I was a yes girl in the past, so I know what that looks like. Using you for rides all the time to get back and forth to the store, and you're not even doing your own self-care, taking care of yourself, because you're so worried about everybody else doing what everybody else wants you to do. You neglect yourself. People pick up on that. It's not that they don't see it, and just because you don't speak it, or just because they haven't seen all the conversations that you were in. That's the attitude that you have that shows up in all the behavior that you exhibit towards anybody that you're talking to and dealing with. Just keep that in mind, ladies. And like I said, definitely the attitude is, like I said, the attitudes and assholes. We all have one. And of course, getting to the assholes, like I said, definitely you have to realize that, of course, the attitude that you have, of course, can create an asshole or not. Just to keep that in mind. And of course, it can have assholes show up. I guess I put it that way as well. We have to realize that, of course, when you're dealing with other people, relationships, I don't care if it's romantic or not, you have to realize that the patterns that you have, the attitude that you have, the way you're showing up, the way that you're carrying yourself, and the way that you care for yourself, those all show up in patterns, like I said, of behaviors. That's that attitude again. Like I said, that definitely all shows up. You wonder why, ladies, that you meet Tom, Dick, and Harry, but they all have the same attitude, the same demeanor, the same characteristics. They're all cheating on you. They're all using you. They're all abusive to you. All these types of things. Those are the patterns that you are, of course, for some reason are attracting. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, that's in the attitude that you have. You have to understand that. And like I said, yes, it will attract those assholes, especially if you have an attitude of you're a yes girl, you're going to do anything for anybody, you're going to love this person before you love yourself, this person is going to complete you instead of complimenting you. Then yes, you will meet a whole lot of assholes, I can tell you that, that's going to use and abuse you as much as they can until you say stop. Like I said, that's the attitude you have. And like I said, that's the attitude that for some reason is picking up on these guys, I guess I put it that way, and showing these guys exactly who you are before you even speak, most times, because I can tell that as well. And like I said, you definitely have to start realizing that the way that you carry yourself, the way that you show up in your relationships, especially to yourself first and then to others second, like I said, that shows up in all the attitude that you have. I'm not saying a negative attitude like you're just walking around bitchy all the time. I'm not talking about that at all. They don't have anything to do with that. The attitude about the whole demeanor, the way you carry yourself, your whole demeanor about life, love, yourself, self-care, your boundaries, all those types of things come into play, y'all, when we talk about the attitude. Yes, it does include the bitchiness and all that kind of stuff. Yes, it will include that. But like I said, definitely, you have to realize that the attitude that you have attract a lot of folks around you that you may be like, okay, why do I keep attracting these same kind of folks? And I've been attracting these folks for years, and it's the same kind of people. That's not their fault. That's not those people's fault. People move towards the energy that they feel. I guess I put it that way. The energy, if they're a person who, of course, is an asshole, and they're trying to, of course, meet somebody, to get over on somebody, to stay somewhere for free, to have some woman paying their rent, to have some woman buy them a car or buy them clothes or whatever it is, or whatever you're doing for these guys. Like I said, that's what energy you're giving off. The attitude is in the energy. I guess the energy is in the attitude. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, that's what you're giving off. And like I said, you have to realize at some point that it's not those people that's, of course, yes, in certain ways, yes, it is their fault. I guess I can't say fault. Like I said before, it's the energy that they're picking up. I can't say it's fault for anybody, but like I said, definitely you have to realize that at some point that you are the one who has to make some changes within your life. If you're the one who's the yes girl, you're the one who's doing everything for everybody and not yourself at all. You're the one who's, of course, wanting to take care of everybody because you feel sorry for everybody. You're advocating for everybody else instead of yourself. People pick up on that. Men especially pick up on that. And like I said, they know who they can get over on and who they cannot get over on. And like I said, ladies, that's something that you have to realize, that if you're the one who's always getting used and abused, and you're always talking about narcissists and all these folks that you're with and all these types of things, that's telling you that, to me, it's a sign that there's something inside of you that you're needing to change, and that you're needing to, of course, create more boundaries, change your boundaries. They're not strong enough. Create the no environment. I guess I put it that way, instead of the yes girl environment. Those are things that you have to change within yourself. Yes, it's on these people because they're, of course, users and abusers. Just keep in mind, there's all kind of assholes out there like that. There's all kind of folks out there like that. That's not going to change at all. What has to change is your attitude towards life, your attitude towards yourself, and your attitude towards the relationships that you have, and the way that you're going to show up and show out. I guess I put it that way as well. That's the attitude that you have to start thinking about. And like I said, that's the attitude, whatever attitude you come up with. And if you need for me to assist you in developing that attitude, of course, as a relationship coach, I always focus on yourself first, regardless of what's going on around you. But like I said, definitely reach out to your girl. I do laser coaching sessions. So like I said, definitely reach out to me and let me know what you need and how I can best help you. And like I said, definitely with the attitude that you have to realize that the attitude that you have, it puts out all types of energy. It puts out all types of behaviors and that kind of thing. And folks, of course, feed off that. Like I said again, men know who to mess with and men know who not to mess with. Just to give you an example, because I did tell you I was going to tell you some of my story as well. My past, I was married in the past, and I'll get to that at some other point. But I guess like what happened, all those kind of things. But I was married in the past, back when I was right out of college, actually. So I was 21 going on age 22. I can't remember the years, but I think legally we stayed together, stayed legally married until I was about 26, maybe 25, 26, 27, somewhere in the area. My marriage decree is in the back. I have to get the dates for y'all. But that's not the point. The point was that my ex-husband, of course, like I said, I met him back when I was 18, 19, that kind of thing in college. And this is an example to tell you that men know who to mess with and who not to mess with. Like I said, that comes in the attitude that you exhibit, how you're showing up. Ladies, just keep that in mind. And like I said, I'm the kind of person who is not going to put up with anything as far as disrespect, being lied on, being cheated on, any of those kind of things at all. Yes, while I may feel sorry for the person or I may try to help the person, yes, that's fine. But like I said, I've learned, of course, more and more throughout the years how to pick up on that, and that's why I'm telling y'all this as well, ladies. But like I said, definitely, I was growing up. My mom and dad, my dad beat my mother a lot. And of course, according to statistics, when you're growing up in an environment like that, especially if you're a female, you will more than likely be abused in later relationships, is what they claim. I don't know, I haven't, of course, surveyed everybody in the whole world, so I have no idea if that's true or not. But that's what they claim. You're more likely to end up in relationships that are abusive, physically abusive as well. Just like your, I guess, like the female parent in the household that you grew up in. But getting into my marriage, of course, like I said, I was always the type of person who put my foot down, who wasn't scared to say things, who spoke my mind, I guess I put it that way, spoke my truth, and that's because that's what this is about. My attitude was that you're not going to put your hands on me or I'm going to hurt you, is what my attitude has always been. I'm not going to settle for anybody. That's just self-defense. If you start putting your hands on me, I'm going to put my hands on you as well. It's not going to work like that. I'm not going to be docile and sit there and let you hit me or anything else. And like I said, that's the attitude that I have always had. And like I said, with my ex-husband, I was never hit or beaten or anything by him at all. But like I said, with other relationships that I've seen, he's very abusive towards some people. And like I said, that's something that I've noticed. Physically, emotionally, that type of thing. And like I said, that's been something that I've noticed. And like I said, men know who to abuse and use, and men know who not to abuse and use. And like I said, the way that you're showing up, the attitude that you have, ladies, again, if you have the attitude, you're showing up, you're docile, you're putting up with anything that this man is doing, you're putting up with him, of course, putting you down and doing all these things, and you're not saying anything, advocating for yourself, not speaking up for yourself. They know who they can abuse and who they can use. Just keep that in mind. And like I said, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get my butt off here. This video this morning, like I said, this is the ABCs of speaking your truth. And like I said, I definitely want to show it with something a little bit different to, of course, give you more insight into my life and who I am as a coach and who I am as a black woman and that kind of thing as well. But like I said, this video here is by attitudes and assholes. And like I said, everybody's got one. So like I said, definitely with that, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I hope to see you all tomorrow morning between 6:30 and 7 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time for the video tomorrow. It's going to be in the B, something in the B letter. I'll let you all know that in the morning. But like I said, I'm glad that you all were here because I saw some pop on, pop off, that kind of thing. So I'm glad that you all were here, and definitely thanks for supporting as well. And for those who catch the replay, greatly enjoy. Well, not just enjoy, but I hope that you just think about some of the things that I've said as far as the attitudes and the assholes go. Ladies, I'm speaking definitely to you all because like I said, I know I talk to a lot of guys, and like I said, they know who they can use and abuse, and they know who they cannot use and abuse. So keep that in mind, ladies. So like I said, with that, I want to say thank you all. And I know I talked a little bit about in this particular video, just letting you all know that I do laser coaching sessions, power sessions, I guess if you call it. But like I said, definitely, if you're needing some assistance in figuring out what your attitude is towards life and how you can, of course, start creating change, especially if it's something that you keep picking up on the same Tom, Dick, and Harry, the same person the same behaviors and different people that's surrounding you. Like I said, definitely reach out to me and let me know. I can go ahead and get you on the books now and get your schedule, get you on my schedule before it fills up. So like I said, if that's you, definitely reach out to me and let me know, y'all. Again, I'm Tonetta, your relationship coach here at Speak Your Truth, where I help educate, inspire, and empower you to speak your truth and be who you are within your relationships. So take care, y'all. Oh, and also in the description of the video, I did put a free gift in there for you all. It's called Unpacking the Baggage. I know I've talked about this a little bit before, but I want to make sure that you all know that I have this free gift for you all, because I know there are some folks out there who are looking to unpack their baggage, unpack their inner baggage. Like I said, we're talking about these attitudes and assholes. This particular tool will definitely help you start getting on the getting in the mind frame of, like I said, unpacking your baggage, figuring out what's going on within yourself and your relationship. So make sure that you're downloading that today. It is a free list of 30 questions for you all to start, of course, journaling and that kind of thing. I talked about journaling yesterday. Like I said, journaling to me is very important, because that's how I, of course, work through, that's one way that I work through things, work through some issues, work through my triggers, process things, and a lot of the healing process that I did took place during my journal writing time. So let's keep that in mind, y'all. So with that, again, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in, and definitely make sure that you're taking advantage of the free resource that I have for you. You will see it again tomorrow as well. But like I said, with that, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody have a great and amazing day. Take care, y'all.